Happy Friday, I'm Carol Schulte and welcome to another edition of my Happy Friday video blog. Except for this week, it's going to look a little bit different than normal. You may have already noticed, instead of coming to you live with some beautiful background of where I happen to be in the world, I'm coming to you instead from inside my room at El Convento de Capuchinos. Indeed, I'm staying at a convent this evening. A little bit more of an intimate setting, which makes sense because it's a little bit more of intimate content. You see, a few days ago, I arrived at San Sebastian, which has been on my bucket list for over 10 years. And after 2 delayed planes, a delayed bus, I finally made it in the wee hours on Monday morning, was able to connect with one of my friends who was here, who I was super excited to see, if only for a few hours before she had to leave. However, when I finally had the time to go and hit up the waves, it's supposed to be this amazing surfer's paradise, or hit out the town, it's also foodie paradise. Instead, I found myself inside my room at Pension El Porto, which is an amazing place. I highly recommend it. You see, 2 reasons for this. 1, my luggage was lost. I know, as if I hadn't already had enough baggage woes. Last week, for those of you who watched the video, know that my bag was stolen when I was leaving from Hungary to go to Croatia, and this time the airline lost my bag. Luckily, I have since got it back. However, it made it very difficult for me to go to the beach or hit up those waves when I had no stuff with me other than what I was wearing. And so I found myself in my room and ended up watching an interview on Super Soul Sunday with Shauna Nyquist. Now, I get articles, podcasts, webinars thrown at me left, right, and center of ones that are recommended for me to watch. And I have a massive file of ones I really intend to get to because I love learning and growing. But for some strange reason, instead of putting it into the file, I decided to press play and watch it. And now I know exactly why. You see, Shauna wrote a best-selling book, New York Times best-selling author, entitled Present Over Perfect. And in the interview, she describes what was happening in her life to get to this place where she realized she needed to leave behind frantic and find a more simpler, more soulful way of living. And some of the ideas she talked about really resonated with me. The idea of fake resting, racing, leaving early one event only to arrive later to the next one. Totally admit to doing that. And also feeling that the busier you are, the more worthier sometimes you feel. And again, I can also admit to that. Sometimes I do like to keep myself busy because at the end of the day, if I can go through my head and spout out everything that I've done, it makes me feel like I've had a good day, a productive day. And yet we all know that's not necessarily what it's about. And so I've decided that even though I love being busy and even though I am enjoying my traveling, I need to actually take some time to slow down and disconnect, detach, and detox. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. So tomorrow morning, I'm embarking on El Camino de Santiago, or Santiago de Compostela, or St. Jacob's Way, or the pilgrimage, whatever you choose to call it, the famous route. And there's lots of different routes to take, but seeing as how I'm in the north of Spain, I'm taking the coastal route. And Irún, where I am right now, is where it all begins. So I have my credenciale, or my pilgrimage passport. I have 2 guidebooks with me, not guidebooks, but maps with me, and without really knowing exactly where I'm going or what I'm doing, I'm making it happen. So I had to go and pick up a few last minute things, seeing as how my backpack was taken. I had to get a new one, a few necessary sporting things, don't have my hiking boots with me, running shoes are gonna have to do, and we'll see what happens. All I know is that it's time to disconnect from ideas, expectations, plans, and reconnect with who I am and what my purpose is and what I'm excited to create in the next phase of my life. Sounds deep, and perhaps it is, who knows, but I'm about to embark on this journey and I'm pretty excited, a little bit nervous too, but looking forward to it. And so my question for you is, are you looking for the signs in life? I feel like the 2 incidents that happened with my bag are letting me know that I need to let go of something. And Oprah also says that life is always speaking to you. So are you listening? And is there something or someone that you need to disconnect with, detach from, or detox from? And I encourage you to listen to yourself in terms of what you really need and maybe embark on a little bit of a spiritual, soulful journey yourself. So although I'm not going to be coming to you live during my time away, I will certainly come back to you next week and hopefully we'll have some new insights, inspirations, and or ahas to share with you. Until next time, happy Friday, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to keep dreaming big, playing big, and living big, whatever that looks like to you. See you soon.